Run to the nearest thrift store to make these unique winter ideas. After collecting some snowflake ornaments, I'm choosing just the pink ones and lightly coating them with spray snow. Some construction paper is being placed on a table, then flicked with white paint. I'm opening up 3 black picture frames. After removing the mats, I'm using 1 glass panel to trace, then cut the construction paper. After cleaning the glass, I'm placing the paper into each frame. I'm now arranging the snowflake ornaments on top of the frames, then hot gluing them into place where they make contact. And my unique trio of 3D snowflake pictures are ready to winterize any wall or shelf. Here's a unique way to display a wreath. I'm fluffing up a small wreath that has icy details attached. The wreath is being positioned in front of a branch-styled easel. Once sitting on a shelf, I'm positioning log-style candles and 1 battery-operated candle directly behind the wreath. After decorating with a few pine cones and faux snow, my snowy woodland wreath moment is complete. All the branch details mesh so well along with the rustic wreath as if the components came fresh from a snowy walk in the forest. Here's how to build an indoor snowman. A small lantern complete with fairy lights attached is being switched on, then filled with some faux snow. 2 ivory pencil trees that blend in perfectly with a little vintage snowman candle are being placed inside the lantern. And my adorable little snowman lantern is ready to winterize any hook. I'm positioning 3 small branches onto a silver tray, then adding some white bottle brush trees. A little wooden penguin figurine is being placed in the center. Some tiny white ornaments are being positioned in a pile near the penguin. If you remove the ornament tops, they will stay in place. Then after adding a little faux snow to complete the look, this mini snowball fight scene is ready for action. The winter tray makes moving your winter snowball fight display effortless. What a fun conversation piece this would be as part of a winter tablescape. Here's the perfect touch for your front door. I'm placing some flat-shaped snowflake ornaments onto some wooden boards, then spray painting them in white. The painted snowflakes are being positioned, then hot glued to a large embroidery ring to create a wreath effect. The wreath is now being sprayed with glue, then faux snow is added to the top to give the snowflakes an extra wintry 3D touch. And my new winter wreath is ready to greet all by the front door. The white snowflakes against the black door and screen positively pops, adding the perfect winter touch. And the embroidery hoop marries the wood screen door so the entire look is completely cohesive. Here's a simple yet gorgeous natural decor idea that can stay out all winter long. Deciding on our winter woodland theme, I gathered up some white and silver ornaments alongside pine cones to bring this natural and elegant theme to life. Reaching for some strong neutral thread, I unrolled and snipped some, then tied the thread to 2 sides of the wreath so I have the ability to hang it. Using the same strong thread, each of the chosen ornaments and pine cones are now being threaded to prepare each one for hanging. For the pine cones, I found if I wound the string around the cone, tied it tight, then threaded the string towards the very top, the pine cones would hang straight down rather than on an angle. Now I'm starting to hang each ornament, keeping in mind placement, weight, and color. Since the pine cones are the heaviest, I'm hanging 2 at a time. 1 pine cone is being tied to one side of the wreath, then I'm spinning the wreath around to the other side to hang another at a slightly different level. This really helps with the weight distribution. I'm snipping off all the long threads around the wreath to tidy it up. Then I'm moving below the ornaments and snipping off those threads as well. And the end result is the dreamiest winter woodland mobile possible. I love how the whisper of the wintry outdoors is present through the branches and pine cones, yet the ornaments with the feathers tucked inside remind us of our wildlife friends. If you like the idea of storing things in unique and affordable ways, you'll want to head to the nearest thrift store or shop your own stash after you see these ideas. For a cohesive vibe, I'm selecting some like-minded metal pieces that can store things. Now I'm transferring an unorganized pile of office supplies into the metal pieces. The pens and writing supplies are going in a taller creamer so they stand up. And the smaller loose office supplies, such as paper clips, are being organized inside a vintage mini muffin tin. And you end up with a unique and productive office caddy that offers everything you need within an arm's reach. Next up, my paint studio that houses my boutique paint and a small amount of indoor tools is in desperate need of a cleanup. Landing a metal caddy at a thrift store, I'm first organizing the messy work table, creating groups of like-minded tools. This helps make sorting easy. Bringing the tools over to the caddy, I'm grouping all the wrenches and screwdrivers into the caddy sections, separating their sizes and types. For the smaller tools, I'm first selecting some containers that will fit inside the caddy spaces, such as a jar, antique measuring cup, and cardboard toilet paper rolls. Once in position, each container is being filled with drill bits and shorter screwdrivers, separating the different types. And I am now the proud owner of a well-organized tool caddy that is a breeze to move around where desired. I'm now unwrapping a brand new spice organizer of glass jars sitting in a wooden stand. After washing each jar, I'm bringing over a screw caddy that is overflowing with mismatched screws and hooks and such. I'm now selecting the smallest like-minded screws and nails, organizing each type into separate jars. The clear glass jars make it so easy to see what they hold. I am now sorting out the larger screw caddy as well, so everything will be perfectly organized for my next build. Now that everything has its own organized home, I'm screwing the caps back onto the jars, then transferring the jars into the spice rack stand. And I have myself a super organized row of separated nails and screws I can move all together or as single jars as desired. Now on the work table, the tool organizer and organized screws look beautiful and so tidy even though every piece is on full display. The tools in the caddy can be selected individually or picked up all at once to cart to my next project. And now selecting smaller screws is a breeze. Each glass jar proudly displays what's inside while sitting right above the bulk of the screws. The screw jars can either be individually selected or placed inside the large caddy to carry the works to wherever I am needing them. Now I really can't wait to build something new. A row of white mugs sitting inside a wooden tray was a lucky find and is loaded with storage potential. While the works can be used as is, I'm going to style this with an antique vibe. After removing the cups from the tray, I'm setting the tray on wood planks and butcher paper, then reaching for Fusion's coal black paint. The tray is getting painted inside and out, requiring 2 coats. Once dry, a wooden yardstick is being measured against both the long sides of the tray, then is being cut to that size with a miter saw. I'm now placing the ruler into position on one side of the tray, then adding hot glue to the underside of the ruler. The ruler is being flipped over and attached to the tray sides. I'm now placing the cups back into the tray and organizing all the stencil and artist brushes into each of the cups according to size. And the result is a super cool looking paintbrush caddy with building charm thanks to the added wooden yardstick. I love how each cup easily houses different size stencil brushes, making them effortless to select either separately or by cup or by the entire tray. Now I will have everything I need within an arm's reach for each stencil project. I hope this inspires you to head to the thrift store to create some unique storage ideas of your own.